Hey guys, what is going on? Rabid here. Yeah, let me know if the volumes and everything are good. Here is our Saturday live stream, AMA. Glad all you guys could show up. So hopefully everyone is having a good day today. Hopefully you can hear me all right. And no one has maybe a beating headache or something from something that may have happened last night, seeing how it is Saturday. Anyway, let me just check everything. Everything's looking good so far. Everything sounds good in chat right on. Let's do a quick roll call. So, Strong Mocha, we got Some Goblin Loser, welcome. Golden Wolf, Midnight Mining, Skubuski again, Robert DeWeese, Fudweiser, what's going on, buddy? And Strong Mocha. Looks like we count everyone. So, Midnight Mining. What time did I get off Hobbyist stream last night? I'm not too sure. I wasn't there for very, very long. It was getting kind of late here. I was tired. It was a long day yesterday, so I wasn't there. I checked out a few things, but pretty much till he started doing his GPU thermal pad repairs, pretty much when I ended up leaving. Oh, say your name. Oh, here we go. Idamero Sanchez? I don't know. I butcher names, then you come up with crazy names. I really cannot pronounce them. High Speed Miner, what's going on? So as you can see here, we are on Coin360. We're not using my website like I usually do because I don't know if that had anything to do with the previous channel. But yeah, so here we are. We're trying to build up again. So I point out, I did do a new tweet today, so if none of you have seen it, that is a tweet I recently just posted probably about an hour ago or something again to YouTube and letting them know, hey, what's going on? Fix my channel, please. So any support on that, retweets, whatever, would hopefully help, but I don't know if it really will or not. So how is everyone doing? We're seeing a lot of green today. Look at all this, a lot of green. And yesterday, I did that quick short. If any of you guys caught it, it's sometime yesterday morning I got up, I looked at the fees, and I was like, whoa, what is going on? Like, we had Ethereum fees for a couple hours there yesterday morning from 20 up to like 28.30. So that was insane. It lasted for a couple hours, so that definitely boosted up profitability. And I don't really know what happened, but last night on the news, sorry, it's still kind of smoky here, so my throat is all groggly and itchy. But yeah, last night on the news when I was watching it, supposedly there's a movie coming out that they're making for an NFT, and Anthony Hopkins was on board for this. So that is kind of cool that they're going to be making it, and it is all going to be driven by the community. Obviously, it's going on the blockchain, and it'll be bought, sold, and traded however it's need be, and the price is going to be set based on the community. So that is a new project that's actually coming out, maybe depending when that news came out, if that had something to do with it. I'm not really sure. It could also have something to do with 1559, which is coming out soon. But again, as a miner, we're not really going to notice that too much. But who knows? Anything is possible. If 1559 was out when those fees hit that yesterday, we would not even have noticed those fees at all. It all would have been burnt. If you were trading, it would have been very expensive. But as a miner, we would not have seen those fees. We would have seen like 2.1, 2.2 ETH block fees. That is it. Nothing else. No more. Okay, so we're just running through the chat. Are there any questions or anything going on out there? Let's just take a peek. And no, it doesn't look like there's any questions at me anyway. So yeah, let's take a look here. Etherscan current block fees are sitting at about 2.4. We have some in the 3, 2.5, 2.2. So not too bad. Obviously, it's still low than a couple months ago, but yeah. Ethereum hash rate. Here's something we've been watching. We peaked out at 643 terahash. Then we hit that rock bottom. Well, not rock bottom, but we did hit a drop. Most likely due to a couple factors. That could be one, the ASICs coming offline for resale, or obviously the big one is probably the China shutdown, where China's, just big crackdown there. And if you guys seen some of that ASIC ones, it's not really Ethereum, but they were steamrolling over ASIC miners when they caught some mining farm. That was insane. I can't remember where the link to that is, but if you haven't seen that, I'll try to look for it. Maybe I'll do a video on that, but that's insane. Just seeing a picture of a big steamroller going over top of all these ASICs, oh, it just makes your heart crunch. But yeah, we are moving up to the 530 terahash mark again, so it is slowly creeping back up, but who knows how it will end up. Now, as for the Bitcoin hash rate, look, we have a huge drop going on here from that China burnout. Now, something very interesting. Most of you may know I am from Alberta, Canada, and I saw a write-up where a company out of Nevada a company out of Nevada. I was gonna say in Texas, but that doesn't make any sense at all. But there's a company in Nevada that is bringing the lion's share of all those Bitcoin miners from China into Alberta here, and they're gonna be running all of the Bitcoin mining machines. They're gonna be building new farms and everything in the province where I live, which is pretty cool. And they're going to be running off all the natural gas because in Canada here, Alberta is the biggest natural gas producer and oil wells and all that. Was my previous job until COVID hit, but everything is slowed down here. But yeah, I was working on drilling rigs, service rigs, all sorts of other rigs. And then, yeah, so they're going to be building farms and everything and bringing all that China people into here and building massive Bitcoin farms and hosting, possibly, if the deal goes through, they're still in the workarounds around it. But yeah, in Alberta here, it could become the new China of Bitcoin mining. So I think that's kind of interesting and pretty cool here. So right now, we do have that big fall coming down, and it's still kind of down. But again, this hash rate, if that all does go through and all those rigs and everything come back online, boom, we're going to be that hash rate is going to start climbing right quick here. So I don't know if that has something to do with the prices going up as well. I don't know what's really going on with these prices right now. All I know is they're going up. I haven't really seen too much news. Maybe you guys have. Is that interesting? Malaysia. Yeah, Budweiser. That's where it is. Malaysia is where they steamrolled those ASICs. Oh, that was just a gruesome sight. How about that New World? You guys see New World 3090s and EVGA doing all the all the RMAs on those GPUs? That makes me wonder a couple things, actually. One, the game, the way it renders and whatnot, it's bricking all these GPUs. But number two, is that really the case? It's only on select cards. Like, it's a lot of cards that's getting nailed by this New World from Amazon game, the beta there. But is it strictly, or is it more of a like, here's your stress test, work it? Because MSI cards are not affected by this. So is MSI making better cards than EVGA now? There's a whole bunch of different things that come into play. It's very interesting, but that game is destroying a lot of cards. So it makes me wonder, maybe MSI has been building better 3000 series cards than, say, EVGA, which is known to be one of the top performers. But EVGA cards are getting bricked. They're 3090s, they're 3080s, they're 3060 Ti's. There's a lot of 6000 series from AMD getting bricked as well. But it just makes you wonder, were corners cut, were capacitors not used like the way they should have been? A lot of different factors come into play, but I find it interesting that it's mostly like 6000 series and EVGA cards, and obviously they are RMAing those, addition out cards as fast as they get those RMAs in. Somehow they have a whole bunch of supply of cards. I don't know if they're releasing them or switching them out with LHR cards. That is a good possibility, although the 3090 is not LHR yet, but supposedly they're supposed to be LHR pretty quick as well. So they probably clued on that miners are buying 3090s. They're not overpriced like they originally thought it was. But who knows? Anything could happen in the future. But I think it is kind of interesting how only select cards, a big range of cards, but only select brands are getting bricked by this. So there could be a quality control issue going on between these companies, which really no one is really stating. All we're really seeing, I find it funny when you read like PC Gamer stuff and other stuff, and I don't know if some of this conflicting info that I like to talk about could be the reason of my last channel being, removed. But I don't know if that's the case, because I know I like to talk a lot about, what was it here? PC Gamer. I don't know if they have something in the works with NVIDIA where China, we heard about all those cards are supposed to be coming in. Those used cards are not in the market in Canada or North America. It is still mostly all still in China as pickup only and huge lots worth. But they're all really heavily playing on all their blogs, which are really popular. Do not buy these cards because they've been used for mining. They have been used for high heat. They've been used in all these situations. But realistically, the cards that are used to mine on are in better quality than the same amount of time frame used gaming on. When you're gaming on a card, your voltages are going up, going down, going up, going down, rendering, doing all sorts of different stuff at different times, whole bunch of times, and you are degrading your graphics card a lot more than if you are just straight mining on it and undervolting it. So I find it really interesting that a lot of the major mainstream blogs out there are saying do not buy these cards, and they're still trying to push you to buying from NVIDIA and the newer cards. And I don't know, I don't know, maybe that's another reason why YouTube doesn't like what I say, but I just want like to bring a lot of truth where these guys are telling you based on bigger corporations not to buy these because Nvidia doesn't want to go through another lawsuit. And they definitely will if we go out and buy all these used cards instead of buying the new ones. So it's kind of interesting what's going on here. I'm just going to check out the chat now, see what is going on. Let me know if any of you agree or disagree with what I just said. You know, everyone has their own opinion. That's just mine. I have a question. How long is your beard? I don't have a beard. I usually don't have one. I just, like, I've always shaved, like, all the time. So I know in that one video you kind of see that I had a little beard going on. And usually in the oil and gas industry, it's always clean shaven. So I never really got to grow anything out. But since COVID hit, kind of grew it out a little bit. I have shaved it down since then. So it's quite short. It's more of like a slightly over stubble thing right now. So there's your question, anonymous miner. But yeah, normally I'm always clean shaven. But yeah, the one time I actually had a little chin showing in a video. Everything broke out. I knew you were a beard guy and all this stuff. So it was kind of funny when I never am. Okay, so I see that. Canadian land, yeah. Canada land. Anonymous miner, Ace Extreme Roller, okay, we've seen that. 37 duels are back down to around 900 USD. Nice, yeah, prices are definitely coming down. Like, I did see on the stream last night there where people are saying, should I just sell my GPUs? But really, I think, unless the Ethereum and everything hits another bull run, like, right quick, where it's a good possibility, but it may end up dumping again. I don't really know. But I think the big, huge GPU market, if you were looking to sell your cards, is probably missed the boat until the next big bull run. But again, you never know. The next bull run could be coming up. The next bull run might not be coming up. We have to see what BTC does, because we know Ethereum is putting all these upgrades on. But unless BTC is on the uprise, Ethereum's not really going to go up either, no matter what they do to their network. BTC is king. Thanks for answering. No problem. Matt Electronic, I'm going to mine Shiba till I hit 10 million coins, then maybe switch over to Matic for a little bit. I've never even looked into Shiba. I see a lot of articles and stuff talking about it, but I don't really know what is going on there. That almost seems like Elon Musk, he shifted to that right after Dogecoin for a little bit, but now I see stuff that he's going back into Dogecoin and a little bit of Ethereum, so I don't really know what is going on with all that. It's just crazy how now one guy can actually influx the market the way he has been doing. It's kind of crazy. Most if not everyone are getting a direct RMA. Yeah, that's crazy. A direct RMA. It's like it's like they have GPUs in stores sitting in the back of their warehouse waiting for this to happen, like they were expecting it or something. It's kind of interesting on that, but yeah, I have no idea. I did mine for some hours, Shiba coins, and stopped at 1.2 million coins overnight. What? You got 1.2 million? How many coins do you get? How does that work? Maybe I should look into this. That's insane. How about Haven? Haven looks like it's back on the ocean. Do I have my ocean here? No, I don't. Let's go on here. Actually, I don't know what I'm mining now. Oh, it looks like it's coming back down. Alright, looks like we're back on the normal CPU coin. But yeah, Haven has been coming back and forth. It was going all night actually, and I had my kilohash up to like 80, and it was doing pretty sweet. Here we are. I was up to like 0.018 or something like that, so it was almost at $4 here a day. But now it looks like we're back to the old privacy coin thing, which I don't really want to mention because again, I have no idea what happened to my last channel, so I'm just trying to play it on the safest side as possible. I even took my my website link down off my previous videos this morning in case that had something to do with it, because it seems like you point anything off of their platform, YouTube, and you know it causes for some type of issue, so you can only point to them. So yeah, I don't know what's really going on yet. I'm still doing 1 mil SHIB just for grins. I don't know, maybe I should get on this Shiba thing. I was also seeing, I want to do a video which I think would be kind of interesting because Haven XL, or I was gonna say XLA, which is Scalab, Haven, which is XC, I can't even remember what it is, but you know what I'm talking about, Haven here. But it's also GPU mineable, so I was gonna think about putting up a CPU versus a GPU on that token and seeing, hey, like what is the hash to watt ratio between the two and how does it work. Obviously with a GPU you're better off with Ethereum and everything. Like, let's take a look at what to mine right now. So I'm we're just gonna put on 3080. Now here it does say CN Heavy, a 3080 will put out 2400 hashes, which is pretty good because what's my CPU is around 13 fully optimized. Then with the efficiency settings, it's down to about 1180, 1200. So a 3080 is actually doing more than what my CPU is, but it's doing it at 250 watts. So hash to watt ratio, we got to figure all that out, settings, everything. I think that'd be interesting, but you can see a 3080 has 2400, but a 3060 Ti doesn't have anything, but a 3070 does. So either no one has tested a 3060 or 3060 or a 3060 Ti on CN Heavy, or it just doesn't work. I don't know. I find that interesting. Like a 570 4 gig has 640 hashes. A 580 has hashes. Everything else has hash rates on CN Heavy, except for, according to what to mine, 3060 Ti and a 3060. So I don't know what's going on there. Definitely gonna have to check that out and see if we can get some numbers for that, because yeah, it definitely should have something. So, you know, every other card does actually produce a number. But let's just see what is one 3060 Ti doing right now. So it looks like $3.53 at 10 cents kilowatt hour, 384 if you had free power. That's not too bad, really, thinking about it. Definitely a lot less than what it used to be. It was almost at like 10 bucks for one card there a couple months ago when those fees are insane. Obviously the price of Ethereum was very high. So we're at $5.50, $6 of free power on a 3080. That is not too bad at all. So things are looking not too bad when it comes to profitability. As for EIP 1559, what are our block rewards again? 2.4? Oh, 2.6. We're hitting a jump here. What's going on? Last two blocks are almost in the 3 mark, so something might be happening. There's a 3.2, 2.3, 2.7. So something might be happening on the network again. Something might not be. Who knows? But it's kind of exciting to watch this and seeing what's going on with these block rewards. Again, beginning of the month, next month there in August, 4th or so, we'll probably be looking at what? Anywhere from 2.1 to 2.3 max, possibly, as our block rewards. So let me see here. So the 2.2s here, so we won't really see this. The only thing is, when this network does get busy, we will not see those fees as miners. Hey, that's almost $7. That's true, it is almost 7. I'm doing 1 mil sheep for just grins. How do you even do, what algorithm and everything is that? Is that all GPUs, CPUs? How is that running? Like, a lot of you guys are talking about Shiba, and I've seen other people do a bunch of videos on it, but I have not looked into it at all. So do we have any questions out there anyway? Anything anybody wants to talk about? Anything going on that I'm not sure what's going on in the network? I haven't really been looking into too much this past week. I'm still trying to deal with my other channel. I'm trying to deal with YouTube, putting out tweets, emails back and forth, and all I keep getting back is the exact same messages. And I talked to like 4 or 5 different people. Like, they say they're different people. They got different names. They say, hi, this is me taking over for whoever. And they send me the exact same macro, word for word, of what happened. So it's like, hey, yeah, we'd love to help you out. And then they send me that. Go straight to a dead end. So I don't know what's going on. So hopefully I can get it back. It's been like 5-6 weeks. I think I said 5 or 6 weeks last week. So, but going over the numbers, I think it's about 5 or 6 weeks this week. It's been a while anyway, like over a month. So it sucks. 6.8 mil SHIB the last 36 hours. That's it. Okay, you guys are, wow. Okay, maybe I should just throw all my rigs on there for like 1 week and say hodl till something happens. Where is there, does it even have the price in here? What is that stuff worth? I don't see it. And this is one of these super tiny ones down here somewhere. Oh, definitely gotta look into that. I had a Vega 56 blower heatsink go bad today. The fin stack came off the copper vapor chamber. Oh no, that's not good. Did it start releasing anything? Oh no. Vega 56. Skabuski, give me some love. Yeah, give me some love, guys. What do we got here? 18 viewers and 10 likes. So 8 more people. Hit that like button. I don't know, maybe you guys, some of you guys did hit that thumbs down button. I cannot see that in my screen, but it's possible. It may have happened. Glad the ones you got from me on eBay was a power color Vega 64. I don't have any Vegas. I should really try to get like one of every type of card. That way I can, you know, kind of have a estimate in my head of what everything does do and where. The GPU is still good, but an aftermarket cooler ordered. Oh, right on, good. At least it's like a quick, easy fix for the most part. Not something where it's like dead. Oh yeah, I wanted to check out what is local GPU prices. Where I am anyway, in Alberta, close to Red Deer here. 3060 Ti, what are you running for these days? Not so FA YouTube mobile. What? 0 thumbs down or ban hammer. New inbox gear 3080 LHR for 1615. No thanks. I got a non-HL Memory Express for 1200. EVGA that 3080 FTW3. Like new 1080 Ti. It's like new. That's a pretty old card to still be like new, but who knows. Most profitable mining rig, $7,200. What do we got going on here? RTX 3060 Ti. How many of them? 4. So there's 4 of them. So how much is that? Let's find our calculator here. Calculator. And what did you say? $7,200. Of course, there's motherboard and everything in there. But the first thing I always do when I look at stuff like that is seeing like, that's like $1,800 a GPU, and then subtract whatever the motherboard and stuff off that is that he's using as well. But yeah, that's already overpriced just by a quick estimate on that. So no thanks. Founders Edition 3060 Ti non-LHR 1200. So that's over double the price because it's like $549 MSRP in store. No thanks. Here's a 3060 Ti Founders for $850, down a bit, but still a couple $100 over. Nvidia 3060 $1,000. So that's looks like some of the prices are coming back up again. They were actually going out. 3070 Ti. I'm not even gonna look at those. When it comes for mining, I see a lot of people are buying like the 3070 Ti, the 3080s Ti. Like we all know it's LHR, but it doesn't matter for the future. Ethereum will be gone. Some other algos are affected by it still, but for the most part, like Ravencoin, all the major ones that other people will be turning to, unless one of those LHR affected coins go ballistic nuts and you'd really hurt yourself. That could be bad, but who knows. But Ravencoin and stuff like that people are buying these cards for when Ethereum dies. I don't know if it's worth the extra price. Maybe it is, or maybe it's just due to availability. Like, why would you get a 3070 Ti when you could just get a 3070? Is it that much better? Is it worth that extra price mining wise? I don't really think it is, but hey, I have no idea. It could just come down to availability. I'm not sure. So I never really looked into any of the 3070 Ti's or 3080 Ti's myself for that very reason. But again, I didn't do like all the crazy hard math on it to figure out the exact price per hash, watt ratio, and everything, because yeah, I just didn't. Oh, we got Gaming OC. I have a couple of these. I really enjoy this card here. These are the 4 that I have. 3 of these actually, and 1 Zotac, but that's $1,000. That's overpriced. So some of them are coming down depending on the person, and some of them they're still thinking it is high time to sell your card super expensive. So they're in for an awakening, unless of course obviously people go right up. Now let's just have a look here at some processors, because I'm kind of curious about that as well. What is a 3900X going for right now? The cheapest one I found so far was $450. I built that one right here's one for $475. That's not too bad, but the trip to Calgary, couple hours, an extra $100 in gas, so I'm looking at $575 there. If this was in Red Deer, I might think about it, but it's not, so it's a good price, but not right now. Stock cooler you can get for $35. 3900 video, 1200. This one might not be too bad. It comes with a case, motherboard, pretty much everything except for a GPU. Add all that up together, see what it's worth, maybe, but again, it's probably added up a little bit extra. So yeah, some prices hit and miss depending who is posting it. I guess you can get lucky if you check it every day. I got 120 mega hash on the 3060 and 170 mega hash on the 3070 Ti on Ergo. 120, 170. So that is definitely not worth the price increase when it comes to Ergo anyway. So what would that be on? I guess it's Ethereum nerfed hash. Has anyone done the Windows 11 thing? Like, people in my Discord were supposed to, and no one has gotten back to me on it yet. Anybody tested out Windows 11 on the new LHR cards? Does it crack it? or is it just not work? Like, I'm curious if you use the stock driver, not any NVIDIA driver, just a straight Windows driver that finds it. Does that work? If that doesn't work, then move on to NVIDIA drivers. But has anyone tested it yet? Windows 11 and the new LHR cards. Forget wind blows. Yeah, that's true. It does. But that's just a rumor that's been going around for a few weeks. But like, if it was true, it would be all over the place. So I'm starting to think that is more of a 99% rumor and 1% not happening. Or actually 99% that it's false and not happening, and 1% chance that it could be true. But yeah, I don't know. People are supposed to test it. No one got back to me. And if it was true, you think it'd be all over the place by now, but it's not. I can't find anything about it anywhere. Or it's just staying super hush-hush, and somehow someone found a way to block the entire community of not letting it out so NVIDIA doesn't know. So I have no idea what's going on there. But yeah, I agree. I don't really use Windows unless I have to. I use Windows for obviously my gaming PC and my streaming PC, and well, the one I'm using right now. But other than that, if I have a choice, everything would be on Hive OS for sure, or any other platform. A lot of people like just using straight Ubuntu, straight Linux. And other people like cpumining, which I have yet to actually test out. Just scrolling through the chat here, I do not see, what is this? 2 million. Oh, 2 million SHIB is worth about 15 USD. Okay, well, that's not too bad then. If you're mining, depending on your hash rates, you're getting, how much were you getting in 24 hours? It's quite a bit, wasn't it? So that's almost like 20 bucks a day or something. I don't know what their hash rate and everything is. 6.8 mil. Oh, 6.8 mil in 36 hours. Now let's just look at this. And 2 mil is worth 15 USD. What's your hash rate? Because that's actually that's probably better than mining Ethereum and everything right now, technically. We got to work that right out. That looks, with those numbers, pretty good, but I don't know how much truth is to that. Bilbo, what do you got for cards? What's going on? Everybody that's mining the SHIB coin, is it on what to mine? Is it Shiba on here? Is it Shiba, SHIB, whatever it is? I don't see it on what to mine. That's really intriguing right now. I'm so curious about it. It's unmineable. Oh, so you just mine someone unmineable and then you swap it to that? Is that what's going on here? Is that what's happening? Is that how you guys are getting the SHIB coin? Do I have to actually try unmineable now and convert into SHIB? Is that what you guys are trying to tell me? Or do you guys just transfer over? I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I gotta really look into the SHIB coin, because now I'm up in the air in the dark. Because that actually, those profits looks pretty good. Like 15 USD for 2 million SHIB, and who was it? Depending on the hash rate. Golden Wolf, what's your hash rate? Like, what are you using to mine that? 6.8 SHIB in 36 hours. So that's like 3, so 15, so 30, and then another one. That's like $45 in a day and a half. Which, and if you go onto here, depending on your hash rate, like, it's quite a bit. You could mine the unknown token that I'm not saying to unmineable with your CPU. Unmineable exchanges that for you to a coin of your choice and pays out in SHIB. Okay, yeah, like I understand how unmineable works. So that's what everyone's doing. They're using unmineable. You're mining whatever coins, and then you're getting paid out in your SHIB. Is that what's happening here? 614 mega hash. That's quite interesting. Let me take. I'm just gonna put everything in. What am I getting in Ethereum right now? It's like 549. Or am I like 553 maybe? I don't know what my power is. I'm gonna go with. I think I'm at like 1200. No, I'm at like 14. Okay, wait. I got like 600 worth. I gotta do some math here. I don't know, I'm just gonna go 1200 right off the get-go. I think I'm around 1200. I'm just at the limit of that one PSU, which is why I swapped over to a 1500. So that's 33 per day. So that's about on par. If I was to get that same amount, that's like on par with Ethereum right now. Technically. Kinda. Maybe. I don't know. I definitely got to look into this. It's quite interesting. Chump Change did a video on it. Yeah. check that one out sometime. I gotta look into that. It's quite interesting. Earlier, like, I know a lot of people wanted me to test out Unmineable, and I never really did because you always got like conversion fees and all that. So it's better to mine something directly, and then, you know, kind of don't lose so many fees. But something like that, Unmineable, going over to a coin like that, and if that coin does take off in the future, that'd be insane. That is pretty crazy. So yeah, I definitely, maybe I will have to check out Unmineable here soon. But again, who knows what could happen. It's all a gamble. Everyone has their own type of strategy when it comes to something. It's just for fun for 2 days. Yeah, for sure, it's for fun. I gotta try that out for fun. Try it for a week or something, like some of you were saying, trying to get 10 million coins up, whatever, and just hodl for 5 years. What if that hits $1 a coin? That's $10 million. Better not be saying this stuff because I'm gonna get banned or something again, because talking about false profits and whatever else. Yeah, most likely it's probably is just ETH and converting. You're right, Kevin Smith. That's what I'm gathering. Or use your CPUs and it's mining whatever else there. Paying you out in that. Yeah, I'll look into it though. I'll try it for a couple days. That does seem something worth at least holding on to for now. A lot of articles and Elon Musk and everyone kind of talking about it. So there's probably something there in future long-term gains. And I imagine that is the exact same reason why some of you guys are doing it. Because why not? What could go wrong? Subchap S, welcome to the live stream. What's going on? 24 viewers, 14 likes. Let's hit that like button, people. And what would you guys like to talk about? I don't really have a schedule on our Saturday streams. Sunday streams, I don't even know what we're gonna do tomorrow, honestly, because we need more rig pictures. I don't even know if there's any in there. So if you haven't, Discord link is in the description. Be sure to join the Discord so you can post your rig pictures up and we can go through them tomorrow, because we went through every single picture yesterday, even new ones coming during the stream coming on that. We went through them too, and I didn't really see any notifications pop up for that specific channel, so I don't think we really have any more in there. So we're gonna need you guys to upload some rig pictures so we can go through them tomorrow, if you haven't already anyway. USD is false profits in my opinion, not financial advice. Exactly. There's no financial advice going on here. Everything is just hit and miss, test, do whatever you want. Oh, you just put it on there last week? As long as it's after Sunday of last week, then we should be okay. Did you guys manage to get some GPU at Best Buy yesterday? Depends where you're looking at. I heard that today in Canada, Best Buy was supposed to be getting GPUs. Now, whether they did, I don't know. I tried looking on their website and it says nothing at any of the stores near me. So they might not be posting it on their website. You probably can only find out in store. They're not taking phone calls, so I can't even call them to find out. So I don't know if we got any near me at all. But I did not drive in just to see if they had it, because gas prices are going up. It's crazy right now. They're insane. Yeah, you have to go in store. I figured that was probably the case, but I'm not driving into Red Deer, which is like 45 minutes to an hour, to try and figure out if they had a card or not. Yes, what is it, honey? Nothing? Oh, okay. Little one is here, but I guess she didn't want anything. She just wants to watch. Is there anything anybody would like to talk about? This is supposed to be like the AMA, all that stuff, but it seems like I've been AMA and you guys instead talking about the Shiba coin and what's going on with that. It's gonna jump on to, what is that, Unmineable, and see what's going on here. Unmineable. Let's take a look at you. What do you got? What do you got to show us? Search for your coin or token. What? Let's take a look at the Shiba. There you are. There's the SHIB. Manual and auto payments. Does it have a calculator here to do like what's it called? Oh, here's it. Profitability testing. So let's just do our, what was it, 553 here. 553 mega hash will give you per day, per month. What's our per month here? 1, 2, 3. 114 million per month. Should we try this for a month? Do a 1 month test of Shiba on Unmineable. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, that's the decimal point. So 1, 2, 3. So it's saying 3.8 million Shiba per day with 553 mega hash. So yeah, throw that on there for a couple days, I guess, or a week, and that'd be a nice little bag just to hang on to for the next 5 to 10 years, I guess. See what happens. Definitely nothing wrong with that. Yeah, we'll definitely have to try this out. Maybe after this live stream I'll hook up to that. Maybe tomorrow morning. I'm not really sure how we're gonna go about it yet, but definitely something to do. Have another bag of. Do you have any plans of building any more CPU rigs, especially one with a higher core thread count like a 59 or a Threadripper? I would love to get my hands on a Threadripper to try and see what's going on with that thing. That would be awesome. But they are expensive, and seeing how my other channel, which is where it gave me most of my stuff to be able to get everything, I can't do that right now for sure. 5950, I'd rather go with a 3950 because they would perform the same for the most part when it comes to actual mining, and they're a lot cheaper. So possibly a 3950 I would like to. If I did get one, I'd probably swap that into my gaming workstation here and use that for mining. That way it'd help me rendering videos and everything, and I'd throw this 3900X into, well, a completely another rig, I guess. But yeah, I definitely would like to get a 3950X. That's on one of my things to do for sure. And Threadripper, yeah, I would 100% love to get my hands on one of those to get going and see what's going on. But they do kind of have limits. They have a lot of threads and cores and everything, but supposedly there's not enough RAM channels and everything to fully functionalize that actual CPU when it comes to mining. Like, there's a lot more potential on it, but there's just something going on with the channels that you're not going to get the 100% out of it that you would get when using the Threadripper for like rendering and stuff. Better to mine with ETH on unminable after August 4th. I don't really think so, Strong Mocha. Strong Mocha, as we've been kind of talking about, as I've been talking about for the last month or two, really. Like, our fees have been down to like averaging 2.1, 2.2. And after August 4th there, when the hard fork comes in and EIP hits, we're always going to get the minimum block reward plus that miner tip. So we're going to get 2 no matter what, plus whatever that little miner tip is, and everything else is just burnt. So we're going to end up at like 2.1 to 2.3 anyway. And that's what we're used to seeing for the past 2 months. The only thing we won't even notice really. Where you'll notice is you're going to go do an Ethereum transaction. You're going to see, whoa, this is going to cost me $1,000 to transfer $500. I'm not doing that. So the fees are super high. But when it comes to our block reward here, it's still going to say like 2.1, 2.2 because all those transaction fees are being burnt. But as for mining and everything, we're not really going to notice it profit-wise, I don't think. We're going to still see that 2.1, 2.2 that we are kind of used to. Like right now, we're picking up a bit, 2.8, 2.4, 3s sometimes. So yeah, that's higher. And when the 1559 does come into play, like everyone, if you're still mining, you adapted from the 20th blocks, the 10, the 8s, the 18s, down to this 2.1 to 2.5. You're okay with that. And when 1559 comes in, it's just going to be 2 to 2.3 all the time, no matter what happens to the network. That's what the rewards are going to be. So it's going to be highly dependent on the price of what you're going to get. Now, as the difficulty keeps rising, more people keep putting GPUs on. Ultimately, again, a lot of people are saying they're going to quit mining or they're going to try other things at that when they don't really know what is going on here. So people could be pulling off the network, and that will drive the difficulty down a little bit and increase the profits for everyone else that are still on the network. Again, we still don't know exactly how it will work until it does release, and then we'll get a better idea. But right now, just guessing by everything that all the information out there, 2.0 to 2.3 is what we're going to see, and then we will never see anything higher than that for the foreseeable future until the proof of work aspect is completely gone. Then there's no longer mineable anyway at all anywhere. So yeah, that's just how I'm kind of looking at it. So to me, I don't think we as miners are really going to even notice a difference at all, as long as these blocks stay in the 2.1, 2.2. If we start hitting like if Ethereum goes through the roof and the fees are going nuts, like all the way up from now until 1559, we're hitting 10 ETH blocks, 15, 20, like we did yesterday morning. And all of a sudden 1559 comes in. Yeah, you're going to be going from like 30, 40, $50 a day, depending on your mega hash, on like say 500 mega hash. And you're going to drop back down to like 20, 15, 18 and be like, whoa, what happened? 1559 destroyed everything. But really, it's just, it went down to that 2.1, up to 2.3 range. Yeah, that kind of rap just went out there. Hopefully you understood that. Okay, let's see here. Anything else going on in the chat? I mean, the fees that you have to pay for a transfer. Oh, well, I got you, Strong Mocha. I just went off deep end before you finished. Yes, fees could definitely go up for sure. Like, we don't know until you actually do the transfer. There's a lot of people with MetaMask where you got a set type of gas fees. A lot of people use MetaMask and Uniswap. They're supposed to be going over to layer 2 and whatnot, which is going to make fees cheaper. But until it's actually all implemented in place, some people are probably going to get burnt thinking, hey, 1559 is in play, because that was a whole aspect when all the voting was going on and everything. A huge aspect was all those traders when they were on a lot of those dev calls. If you guys followed that, when they first started talking about 1559, they were like, oh, miners, be quiet, miners this, miners that, we need this, we need to drop the fees, we need to do this. And really, there's a lot of misinformation, I think, was floating around out there, because all these traders were saying, hey, we need this because it's going to drop all our transaction fees, when that's not what was going to happen. It was burning the transaction fees to the miners, and those transaction fees are still there. They're there, and you're paying them to transfer, but they're just being burnt. So you still have to have the transactions to burn. It's not like they're just getting rid of the transactions. And a lot of traders are thinking that it is supposed to just drop all the fees. Like, they think, okay, 1559, right on, let's do it, vote yes, and we're gonna have lower fees come 1559, when the devs themselves even said we could end up with higher fees, and they're trying to fix that out. That's why they added the extra gas into the blocks. Now the blocks aren't getting filled up all the way, but they made bigger blocks to hold more gas and everything, and that's why some of our fees are down now after Berlin and other things like that. But again, they do see a foreseeable future where after 1559, transaction fees could spike pretty high. So it's going to be interesting how it all does play out. And really going into 2.0 and the end of the proof of work system, Ethereum does not want to mess anything up. They want to make sure it's right. So that's why we could see even yet another delay on top of things. Who knows when the proof of work could go through. They're still trying to push to the move from proof of work to proof of stake, the merge at the end of the year or early next year. But again, they need to get it right, because if something goes wrong, people will find open doors to other platforms. And if people go to other platforms and see something and realize that something like Cardano and all that is doing something that Ethereum is doing, except faster, better, and cheaper, they might not go back to ETH, and ETH will just be a bottomless future. But again, that is just big talk. Right now, everything is go ETH, to the moon ETH. But who knows what could happen. If something happens along that network and they mess up, ETH could go to the moon in an eclipse straight down under the earth. So the wrong moon. And it might not make a return. So it's very interesting what could play out and what could happen here. They really don't want to mess up any of these merges and transformations over at all, because they need to keep everything they can. I think when we fully understand the fees, we will continue. Yeah, probably. Can see a lot of people moving to mine other coins after 1559. Can be too much hassle to mine at. Well, it's a possibility, yeah, for sure. It's not really that much of a hassle. Like Ethermine, they're changing a lot of the ways they do payouts. I think EaselMe, they follow Ethermine's same scheme. All those people that actually do the transactions for one gas fees, which is a lot of the big pools, it's going to be a lot harder, a little mixing around, changing payout scheme stuff. But other pools like say Flex Pool, if you're paying for your own gas, it's just as easy as it is now. You just set your gas limit, and once you hit your payout threshold, you get your payment. It's not changing anything on pools like Flex Pool, which I use myself and I really enjoy. But it's Ethermine and stuff who do the one gas payout, and then they do all their transactions to pay the miners on their own blocks that they've just mined. That's when they're switching everything around, trying to figure out what they're going to do here. because they have this whole different thing to get you cheap payouts. But again, when you're already paying for your own gas and it's cheap and whatever else, like FlexPool, you don't really have to change anything or worry about anything. It's just as easy. You don't have to do anything at all, really. Just keep mining. But that's just me. I plan to kind ETH until POS. I plan to mine it probably as well, but now the sheep thing, you know, I'm gonna go on it for a week or something, see what happens. You know, build up a thing. I gotta figure out what wallets I'll carry it. You know, I want a nice safe wallet. Does a ledger hold SHIB? Like right now, we're in this market where we don't know where it's gonna go. I'm kind of thinking about just taking all my coins, throwing it on my ledger, burying it in the backyard for 10 years, and coming back to it later, and then, you know, then sell it or something. But we're in this type of market anyway. That's what I'm talking about. I was just joking about the 10 years part. Probably next what's it called, next bull run, I'll end up putting it back on wherever I keep it now, and then do whatever I need to do with it, get GPUs or whatever anything looks like at the time. Oh, okay, what do we got here? It's, oh yeah, clock time. It sure is Scoobiski. Actually, what time is it here? It's 12:50 here, so it's not it's not that time here. Mine and stake. Yeah, mining and staking is a good thing to do. Not sure about the ledger, but it's not on Trezor, so it's probably not on ledger as well then. It's too new. So after August 4th, mining on Ethermine would be better on layer 2. Things are not looking good. Goblin, what do you mean by that? I don't, it's layer 2 isn't on the 4th. 1559 is supposed to be happening on the 4th, and Ethermine's been pushing out some things on how they're changing their payout scheme. Son of Tech did a bunch of videos on it, so to fully understand that, definitely check out his videos because he goes through all that stuff immensely. But I don't really ever use Ethermine. Like I said, when it comes to the pools I use EaselMe, and when I want to mine ZIL, and I use FlexPool when I'm mining straight ETH. Those are the two pools I usually do. And again, like I just said, if you're on FlexPool, you're already setting your own gas fees that you get your payouts on. Once 1559 comes, you don't have to change anything. Just keep doing what you're doing. Once you hit your threshold that you have set, and the gas is under whatever amount you have set, you'll get your payment. Like, you don't have to worry. Nothing's going to change at all. Shiba is on Exodus. Oh, is it? Sweet. Okay. Well, I use that. I use that for sure. This is, actually, I'm not going to bring up my wallet because it might interfere with some policy. So we're not going to bring that up right now. I was going to load it up here, but maybe not. I got to try and think more intensively here about what goes on this channel. Okay, 1951 here in the UK. You're on the 24-hour clock, so I'm not sure what that is. What is that? 12? 7. Okay, so it's almost 8 o'clock where you are. Oh, okay, I gotcha. UK. I made a video about wallets for Shiba. All right, we'll have to check that out, Anonymous Miner. Just saying, shameless plug. Hey, no problem, man. Do whatever you gotta do. I don't care. Just saying. That is almost 8 p.m. Yeah, almost 8. I just worked that out. I made a video. Okay, we went through that. Anybody else have anything to discuss, talk about? A lot of green. Hey, what is this in Canadian? Because I do not know what this price is in USDs. Canada. So we're at 2170. What? That's not right. Did it go down? It went down. We dropping? 20, or maybe that. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, 27. Yeah, 27's right. Never mind. I was thinking like a couple months ago. Okay, yeah, we're still up. Oh, we hit some red. We hit some red on some stable coins. Stable coins going red. Not good. That means what's called USD or something must be going down. Smash that like button, peeps. Yeah, for sure. Smash it. And let's talk about something. I'm a small-time miner. I only have a total of 3 GPUs, and one is not working because of a broken fan. No, that sucks. Horrible. Can you get like another fan? Just stick it beside it. Get like a normal rig fan and just stick it there and kind of have some airflow going. See if that'll help it keep it cool or not. What about mining and put in liquidity pool? You could. I used to deal a little bit with that Uniswap stuff and liquidities and everything else, but I didn't really like it too much. There's a lot of steps to do it. If you do it right and you know what you're doing, then I guess it could be okay. It was kind of fun to see, you know, every day, you know, you're getting this much liquidity and stuff, but I didn't really like it. I like to have my coins close to me. I do have a couple of the crypto visas that I just, if I need to run out and grab something, you know, I can just do a quick swap and boom, I got myself another card or a CPU or whatever I need at the time. So that's definitely what I do on that. Thoughts on reverse repo market? I think a forced market crash is coming with Delta being used as the scapegoat. Oh, what do you mean on that? I don't know what you mean, Kevin Smith. What are you talking about, the reverse repo market? Like repo on what? Forced market crash is coming with Delta being used as the scapegoat. I'm not sure what the Delta is. Not sure what that statement is. Can you enlighten me a little bit? On setting your own gas fee limit, what if the gas fees drop and you have set a high limit? You will need to keep an eye on to ensure you're not overpaying. Yeah, for sure. You definitely have to do it. Like say on FlexPool, my limit is set at, what do I have it set at? I don't even remember. Like 20, 15. I'm just gonna take a quick peek here. What is the Ethereum gas price right now? Ethereum gas station. So we're gonna go to the gas station here. Did I spell it right? Totally wrong. Their gas station. No, I don't want that. ETH gas station. Right now, a standard transaction is sitting at 12.1. So if you had your gas set at 13, you would get your payout. If you had it set at 12, you wouldn't, because it's at 12.1. So I think mine is actually set at like 10 or something. I had it set at 8 for a little bit, and when all the fees were super high, I had it set at like 100 gas or something. But yeah, right now you can see our standard transaction. That is what you use to get your payouts out of pools. It's only at 12.1, and I think for like 0.12 ETH, that's only like 40 cents. So that's not too bad at all, setting it at 10. And then Sundays usually is when it hits lower, so you can hit like 8, 9, 5. So that's what I do. I have mine set at like 10 when I'm on FlexPool. Right now you can see we're at 12.1. And once it drops below 10. Now if you really want your payout, just come to like ETH gas station. Say this says 14, just set your gas to like 14.5 or something and you'll get your payout. So it's quite simple to actually check out and see what you want to do depending what you want to pay and whatnot. 20 all day. See, there you go. Fudweiser uses 20. He'd be getting paid out right now if he hit his threshold. Set it and forget it. Good to go. See, 20 is really cheap. So that's still under $1, I believe, depending on your payout and what you set at. My 4 gig cards are not on that. They're on Ergo right now. We can bring them up right now. You can take a look at where my 4 gig cards are. If it loads. Are you loading? Come on, load for me. Here we go. So my 4 gigabyte cards are on Ergo right now, ERG, on my CPU rigs. Right there, you can see it. And we are pulling 59.71 mega hash on this 580 4 gigabyte card on Ergo. And what's my other one? This one is a 470 4 gig. It's doing 59.23. Same thing again. And I also got in Windows there, one of these cards, which one is it? This might be this RX 470. I think it's a AMD mining specific card. So there's no video output or anything on it. This is a mining specific card from AMD. And I didn't even know this thing existed till I ended up getting it. So it's quite interesting to actually look at it and seeing this thing looks kind of weird. But yeah, so yeah, this is a mining specific. So this is like the AMD version of a P104 and stuff. Kind of neat. But yeah, I have this running here on this CPU rig here, and it's on Ergo. I did do a test there last week, and I believe we were getting like 18. We can do a test right now if you guys want. 574 gig, 61.47. I wonder what the power usage is on that. I don't want to go up anymore because then you start using more power. But again, who knows? We can do a quick swap over around here, and we can test this week and see how it's doing, because we did do it last week on the stream, and I think we were over 18 mega hash. It's like 18.5 or 18.6 or something. I'm not sure if NVIDIA 4 gig cards will or not. I don't have one to try out for myself. It's possible they might. but then they might. Are we on CN heavy now? Oh, that's previous. Oh, wait, we're switching. It's switching. Come on, rig 2, switch over. Maybe we just need an update. Why are you still on RX? This one went to CN heavy. Update. The rigs are switching over. That's what we want to see. We want CN heavy here. Oh, it looks like they're starting to switch over. One rig went over to Haven, so that's a good sign. Good sign indeed. X4 gig F10 W9 and whatever. Got the whole information on that card. That's interesting though. 570. What under? Hold on. Let's just take a peek here. They never really had presets here before. I wonder if they do got it for Ergo now. Now that, you know, more people have been mining it. So ERG is here now. So what am I running? Oh, I can't move it. It looks like 1320, 2 DPM, 1900 memory. So a little more core, more mem. They never say that, but they're using DPMs of 2. I'm still using my mem tweak here. I'm not sure if that actually affects Ergo or not, but I gotta do some more testing. Really, I pretty much just threw these straight on the Ergo and left them. Said, okay, good enough. Good to go. Hive says 68 on power. What's this saying? This says 54. But again, I don't know. 67.5. This is pretty accurate, actually. Now, if you have it actually set to your PSU percentage, your total right here, it's pretty good. This is CN heavy, but I don't think it actually brings in your CPU. So yeah, 65 again. So this is counting my GPUs here. So I'm using about 65 watts total on that GPU, not the CPU. And this one is not swapping over to Haven. Why not? Do it. It doesn't want it. Oh well. It's not swapping. It will probably pretty quick here. 570 paid for itself 20 times plus over. Oh, for sure. Those 570s. Oh, especially if you got one a long time ago. Like, I can't remember what it was. I paid $1,400 for 12 570 8 gig cards. And 2 motherboards, 4 power supplies, and that Amazon rack for $1440 or something for everything. So yeah, they definitely pay for themselves. And I ended up selling all those and swapping everything over to the 3000 series cards for the same mega hash swap over pretty much for more efficiency. So, and I think I got a little extra on top of it. So yeah, that was a big plus. But again, 570s are great cards. Now that I think about it, like, I almost wish I would have kept some of them, because Ergo wasn't out yet then, or it was out, just no one really minded or talked about it. Everything was 100% Ethereum because prices and gas and everything was just crazy high. Still have all your 574 gig. Nice. What are you mining on them right now, high speed miner? Are they all on Ergo? Are they all doing the unminable thing, or what all are they doing? A quick pause the question. Sometimes I feel like when I pause it takes too long. It's like a 15-second delay there and back, so it's like I paid 114 euro new 2.5 years ago. Nice. Yeah, when they're definitely cheap cars. Same with the 1660s. I think they're only like, MSRP is like 280. That's one thing I want to look up. Are there any 1660s here? 1660s. So I really want to get my hands on a 1660 Super. Let's just test out that RepTech motherboard and whatnot. What do you got? Used, firm on price, 380. No thanks. 500. Nope. 11. What? Oh, it's a bunch of stuff. 500. 715. 550. Yeah. Too high. Too high. Too high. 480. Coming down a bit. Too high. I think maybe like $300 I might go for. That's still a little over MSRP, supposedly, in Canada anyway. But yeah, GPUs, there'll still be a little bit till they actually come down again. Who knows what's going on with the price here. Yeah, I'm back on USD. You love 1660 Supers? Yeah, I would love them. When I got that 14, what was it? Yeah, when I got that 580 rig for 1400, I also, the same guy, in like the same neighborhood, was also selling a 6x 1660 rig for, I think it was $2,000 or something. I was like, oh, well, I got enough for this one. Maybe I'll wait a bit to get this one. And then bills and stuff came up and I couldn't afford the other one at the time. Now it's like, oh, I so wish I would have picked up that 1660 rig also. It's like $2,000 for a 6x 1660 full rig, Hive OS, PSU, everything, complete system, 6 cards. I was like, oh, definitely would have been nice to have in this last bull run for sure. Not ETC only. I got 6x66 Ti, which are slightly better than supers. Yeah, set it and forget it. Well, the supers and the TIs on Ethereum, they're all what, 31, 32 mega hash, aren't they? Don't they hash the same? Is there a power difference between them? I'm not really sure, but as for the standard 1660, it doesn't do as good. But I heard that the supers and the TIs pretty much hash the same. But you're saying the TIs are a little slightly better, so maybe they are. I don't know. Again, I don't have any of them to even try out, so I'm just basing everything off like what you guys say, what I read online, and other videos and whatnot. 31. That's nice, and they're under 100 watts on power, supposedly, allegedly. At least software anyway tells you it's under 100 watts. That's why I really want to test one, because I was kind of disappointed on my 5600 XT, because a lot of people are saying they're only pulling 75 watts, 80 watts, and when I actually did mine, I think it was pulling 115 or 120 watts on Ethereum at the wall. So I was like, oh no, this is like an extra 30 watts than what I was expecting out of this thing. But because that adds up. You put that many cards into a rig, then you say an extra 30 watts, 30 times 6, and then, you know, a couple extra 100 watts on there, and then you need to change out power supplies, a whole bunch of other things. So it's really good that you know exactly how much power your GPU is pulling. On top of that, a lot of people that I see, I talk about this little once in a while, but a lot of people are going to be swapping over to Ravencoin. You can no longer mine Ethereum. And if you're at your like 80, 90%, if you're using a server PSU, you can go up to like 100% on that power supply. But if you're using ATX and whatnot, and you're running at 80%, and you start swapping over to Ravencoin and these other coins, you may go over the limit of your PSUs. And a lot of people aren't really realizing that, and they swap over, and next thing you know, their PSU burns out, or they light a fire or something, or people are still running SATAs, and, you know, a lot of things are going to change. I did do that 5700 XT video, and Bitsby Trippin, obviously, he did one on it as well, and he found that a 5700 XT, which is extremely efficient, it's like probably the top 3 cards under 3060 Ti right now. It's at like 0.41 hash to watt ratio when the 3060 Ti is like 0.44, so it's like the second best card. It's better than a 3080 and stuff efficiency wise when it comes to mining Ethereum, like really. And then so it is a great card, but if it loses overclocks, it does pull over 75 watts at the riser. And I was doing some stuff, and if it lost overclocks, I can't remember the power it pulled, but it pulled a lot of power with no overclocks, and especially moving over to Raven, it was crazy. It was high. So someone had like a full rig of 5700 XTs, and they swap over to Ravencoin, and they're playing around with OC settings. You're definitely going to use like an extra 400 to 500 watts on a 6 card rig than using Ethereum, and when you're just tinkering around with settings. It's going to be crazy. So people could end up melting SATA cables, lighting fires, blowing up PSUs. You got to be really mindful of that. Hey, Chump Change, what's going on? Yes, of course, I'm definitely bothering YouTube every day, pretty much. I'm constantly emailing them and talk to a whole bunch of different support people. I did put out a recent tweet. I'll post the link there again. Is this it? Yeah. So there's the recent tweet I did this morning. So any support on that would help. I at them a lot on Twitter. I did this one. This is like my second or third at Twittering them. But yeah, I talked to, I don't know, 4 or 5 different support people now on the YouTube Academy. And each one, well, they say they're different. They got different names, allegedly. And they keep sending me the exact same macroed word for word response. So they're using their own bots and macros, and they're telling you that you've been kicked off because of this, when I didn't even do that. So I don't know what's going on. But yeah, it's a constant fight. It's been like 5 or 6 weeks now, and still nothing, but gonna keep fighting them, trying to get it back until either this channel grows to the same size as that one, or they give me that one back. Whatever comes first, I guess. But who knows what could happen. Serpent X did pretty much the same things I'm doing. He got his back the next day. He did his appeal, he did his Twitter thing, and next day his channel was back. I talked to a couple people. I did an appeal, and you're only allowed to appeal every 2 weeks, because if you try to appeal again within the time frame, it just says you already have an appeal. If it's been denied, please wait 2 weeks, blah 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 blah. So every 2 weeks I have been doing appeals. So I've done 3 appeals so far. I've done a couple of tweets, I've done a couple of Reddit posts, I've done all sorts of stuff looking to get a hold of YouTube, and yeah, nothing has worked at all. So I don't know what's going on there, but you gotta figure it out somehow. That should be. He got the exact same message I did for the exact same reasons, allegedly the exact same reasons. So I have no idea what is going on. They did something to their algo bot tester tweaker guy thing, and I don't know, started doing some flags, and now I have no idea what's going on. But they've been pretty resistant on this. Bash on Twitch. Yeah, I don't know. I'll do another tweet in another couple days. I'll send another email. I sent an email last night, so I'm waiting for their reply. And then I guess when I get a reply to that, and then, you know, it's back and forth. But pretty much every day to every second day, when I've been talking to different support people all over the place. So we'll just see what happens. Who knows? Bash on Twitch, we could do that too. Oh wait, we're not allowed to say that word, I don't think. I didn't say that. Just shocked at how quick you regained yourselves. Oh, not really. We went from like 9,500 to, what are we at now? Like a little over 400. So there's no search and discovery anymore at all. Like, it's gone. It's a lot harder to do anything. Same video that would have hit like 20,000 views in like 2 days is now hitting like 100 in a week. Yeah, and I'm gonna get banned again because I said that T word. I see that a lot. A lot of the gamers, if you see a lot of gamers and stuff, if they're gonna go stream on allegedly another platform, we all know what it is, that they don't do that. They misspell it on purpose, and they do all sorts of other things. They do not say that name, because there is a big battle going on between that platform and this one, and they do not want anything going back and forth. So try to be careful when you do mention that. By next month you'll be at 1,000. Yeah, well, hopefully. It's a small, long process road to grow up again. We'll see what happens when that comes into play, and then you got to get your watch hours all over again. But realistically, it'll come together slowly. We'll just see what happens. Retract messages. How do you retract voice messages? I guess I now have to go through the whole stream and like cut parts out. Okay, I'm gonna edit that. I never said that. That's allegedly, and that never happened. Gone. Oh, I tried to build me a channel. Yeah, well, be really careful. As long as you, I don't even know what to tell you for points. Just post videos, have fun with it, and just be really careful. I guess. Then you see other people out there. I don't even know what's going on. There's people out there that are 100% doing scams and whatever else, and they're totally fine. Nothing wrong with them. Somehow they're beating the algorithm checker. And I find it weird too, because they added, it was a couple months ago, they added a new, when you uploaded a monetized video and you monetize it, you have to start doing a checkoff list. And then, you know, they say after about 20 to 25 of them, they'll start realizing if you're reporting accurately or not. So anyway, they started going through, and finally they said, hey, yeah, you're reporting your videos accurately. We don't see anything wrong with them, blah, blah, blah. And then like 2 days later, right after they said that, boom, channel's gone. It's like, what is going on here? Like, no warnings, no nothing. All their guidelines, like 95% of their guidelines all say you should at least get a warning when something happens, and 3 warnings. After 3 warnings, you get a strike. And then they'll take down whatever piece of content caused the issue, or they'll get rid of a link or whatever. They'll get rid of it on their own, they said. And then, you know, if you keep violating, if you get 3 strikes within 90 days, and then they take your channel down. Well, I never got no warnings, no nothing. All they had to do was be like, hey, you know, maybe we don't like this link, or maybe we don't like this title or this word, something. And obviously I would have been like, okay, thanks, no problem. I'll stop. I'll never use that word again. I'll never do this. I'll never do that. I had zero intention of breaking any rules. And I did not break any of their rules. I went through all their guidelines constantly, and I don't know. They just keep saying due to this reason, spam practices, blah blah blah. Yeah, your channel is taken down. So I don't know. No idea what's going on. Oh, Goblin, you can't get Arc this go around. All right, I guess you have to wait till next month. I might do a stream on that later today. I was gonna do a video last night, but I got home too late, so I didn't do my Arc modded Pugnacia video today. So I'm gonna maybe do. I was thinking about going live stream on official servers, and then I'll probably do the Pugnacia as dedicated videos throughout the week on that other channel. But yeah, that's that. So I might do a live stream of official on that on my gaming channel there later on today, but I don't know yet. So do we have any other questions or anything that's going on there? Yeah, maybe it's because I'm Canadian. You're not allowed to be too nice or something. I don't know. Maybe, you know, just like Terrence and Phillip, you know, maybe I was bouncing my floppy head around too much and they didn't like it. Google repo market chart history and view all time. Look at the dates where the rates go parabolic. After they go parabolic, an event happens to correct them. Very chilling data. Sounds good, Kevin Smith. I will definitely write that down and check it out. That way I can figure out what you're trying to say there. Repo market. Hold on, I'm just writing this down. There you go, written down. I'll check that after the stream sometime. Pugnacia, the mod of death. For sure, that thing is. It's nuts. There's a whole bunch of other ones out there too that are kind of worse. My gaming channel? Sure, yeah, I'll find that for you right quick here. Let's see here. Go into my YouTube. Find you guys the link. I believe you can just go like youtube.com/rabidgaming7, but I'm not sure if that actually still works or not. So I'm just gonna find the actual link to the channel here for you guys. There we go. Copy. Oh no, hold on. I always do that. I always give you guys links to my actual studio, and then it says like you can't get to it. All right. Here we go. Here is the link to my gaming channel if anyone cares about it at all or wants to check it out. So that's my gaming channel. Yeah, I'll freak you out if you note the correlations. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out and see what's going on with that. That sounds very interesting there. Oh yeah, as soon as I link my gaming channel there, then I see a couple viewers decided I'm out of here. Peace. They don't care about it. What if I said I'm gonna brick my card live on New World? People will stay. Speaking of that, oh yeah, because EVGA is doing that. It's an EVGA 3080 that's in my gaming PC, so I am not touching New World. If I had an MSI 3080 in here, then I'd probably wouldn't have to worry so much, and I would play it. Again, that's very interesting how EVGA may have cut corners on their cards. It's funny no one even brought that up because MSI cards are totally fine on New World. So is this just like the ultimate stress test? Is your GPU actually to have decent capacitors and stuff in it? Yeah, all 3090s. They're also replacing all the 3060 Ti's and 3070s. It seems like EVGA and a bunch of 6000 series cards are all being bricked, but MSI cards and stuff are not being bricked on it. So it leads me to the, if I'm kind of curious about EVGA, did they cut a corner when they made their cards? Is something not up to par? Is there a cheap part in there that MSI doubled down on and their cards are fine on? So it's kind of interesting how it's going on. But yeah, EVGA is replacing all cards, whether it's a 3060 Ti, 3090, whatever. They're sending out RMA requests like crazy. Everyone that has bricked it. No, not a Founders Edition. It has to be an EVGA card. Their card. Actually, I haven't heard if any Founders Edition cards have been bricked or not. Maybe, maybe not, but I have read that no MSI card has been bricked on it yet, and people have been playing it with MSI cards just fine. It's the MOSFETs. Oh, the MOSFETs are blowing. Well, they cheaped out on those. EVGA, why'd you do that? Now everyone's knowing that you guys cheaped out on a part of your card. Although your memory temps are awesome, you did an amazing job on the 3080s when it comes to memory. Did I spend too much for my 66 Super? Newegg has a new stock and sold it for $4.99. $4.99 what? That $4.99 seems kind of expensive for it. Like this day in market, that's probably not too bad. But like a strictly, like I wouldn't pay, like I said, I'd maybe go up to 300 Canadian on a 1660. And that's a little bit over MSRP. And again, if you're in USD, if that's 499 USD, that's like $700 Canadian. So I definitely would not be paying that. FE? No, FE is the Founders Edition. That's the straight NVIDIA card. I think EVGA is only replacing their own EVGA cards. So like the EVGA 3080 FTW3, the XC, whatever their card is. But the FE is Founders Edition, I believe, which is the NVIDIA card. Straight from NVIDIA. So yeah, I don't know if EVGA was taken in everybody's card. I don't know what's going on out there. Unless they're trying to do some super PR market thing. Here, yeah, we're taking everybody's card. We'll just send you one of our EVGAs because we got lots. I don't know if that's what they're doing. Yeah, I don't know one either, but that Founders Edition cards are the cheapest cards out there. Like price-wise, not cheapest cards where they're the worst cards. They're just the cheapest price-wise. Richmond, I bought one 3 weeks ago at Memory Express for $3.59. Oh, nice. Memory Express had some for $3.59. That's not too bad. A little over what I was going to pay, but that's pretty good actually. I wonder if they got anything by me up in Edmonton. Maybe just take an hour drive and check it out. Sub Chops, do we have any questions going on there? Well, I haven't played a game in 9 months since I got back into mining. I know. When everything was up there, I absolutely did not want to turn my gaming PC off whatsoever. It had to be like mining 24/7, much as possible. Now I'm kind of like, well, whatever. You know, I'll play some games. I'll build back up my gaming channel a bit because I totally neglected it. Like, I had my gaming channel and then I started my mining channel like, I don't know, like 4, 5, 6 months after my gaming channel. Then I totally neglected and I didn't do any type of gaming thing whatsoever. And then, so then I lost, like, I had good momentum going in on that channel, and then now it's like starting all over again. I guess Newegg was overcharging. Yeah, it was $4.99 USD. Yeah, that is pretty expensive for sure. Another thing, Circle K. Did you guys, anyone check out, sorry. Is there a Circle K in the United States? I'm not sure. Or if it's just a Canadian thing. Circle K, supposedly, I saw a story the other day, they're adding Bitcoin ATMs into their stores. Now, if you're unaware what a Circle K is, it's just a basic corner store down the road where you go in there, you buy snacks, pops, Slurpees, whatever. You know, it's like a 7-Eleven or whatever, like that. Again, I don't know if that's only a Canadian store either or not. But yeah, Circle K is going to be adding Bitcoin ATMs into it. And supposedly, if you're only getting like $100 or less, there's no KYC or anything like that whatsoever. But if you are getting like a big amount, supposedly you do have to like insert your driver's license or whatever else and get KYC'd to it. But yeah, I find that quite interesting. It's going to be pretty crazy. Circle K gas. There's Circle K gas in the States. All right. So maybe all those ATMs are only going to the States, not Canada. I don't know. But we have a Circle K in town like 20 minutes from here. So if they get one, that's going to be kind of cool. Just to check it out and look at it. All right, Strong Mocha. Have a good night. 9:22 there. Uh-oh. I'm getting experiencing... What is it saying? Not very smooth streaming. YouTube is receiving not enough video. So if I start glitching out and buffering, just let me know. And there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm sorry. Something's going on with the internet. We pretty much checked everything out. What time is it here? 1:23. So it's been about an hour and a half. So if we do not have any last minute questions, then maybe we will just start wrapping this thing up. I do have to wait like 15 seconds because of the round trip delay. Again, if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Help us grow our new one out because there's pretty tough to do so. We're starting from scratch again. So what a fun trip we have away. What's going on here? It seems fine here. Okay, well, maybe it's just telling me lies or something. I don't know. The Mexican groceries and the smoke shop have had BTC ATMs for years here in TN. Oh, really? You guys? Okay, that's cool. I've never seen one myself, so I find it interesting. Now, what's Elon Musk? He had a Bitcoin ETM in his Tesla, like, stores and stuff. So, and then he goes on this big Bitcoin rampage. Did he get rid of all his ATMs and all his places? I highly doubt it, but who knows? Maybe he did. 3700X on the ocean? No, I have not. I do not have any 3700X. My daughter, she always wants to play my PC so she can play Ark and stuff. So I'm thinking, well, obviously she also wants her pink miner, so I don't know what I'm going to do here, but I need to build her some one card pink mining machine. Also, somehow I might just build her a little computer, so maybe a 3700X or something, you know, like a nice little budget PC for her. Something like that could work out. And then we could do some testing on it. Circle K's, our gas station in Sweden. They got them in Sweden too. All right, so I have no idea where these ATMs are going to go. I just seen Circle K, and we have a Circle K's in Canada here and one close to me. So hopefully one of them is there. I'm never going to use it, but I just want to see one. Well, it looks like that's the end, so I guess we're going to wrap up the stream, guys. Just want to thank everybody for showing up. Please join the Discord. Post your rig pictures because we do need to showcase some rig pictures for tomorrow. Also, hit the subscribe button to this channel. It's much appreciated. And hit that thumbs up, like button, however you want to call it. Wait, hold on here. We have a used ATM in Vegas. It charged me $4 for a $20 transaction, but that BTC is worth 75 now. That is insane, but that is also a nice investment improvement. Give here one of your 3900 X's. I could, but then maybe not. Well, I get technically, yeah, I do have a PC there. All it needs is a case. I have 3 of them back there mining away and stuff, and they're all set. So all I do is throw those in the case, and she has this PC. That's true, but then they'll be down sometimes, and I gotta take something off XMR and put it on in the Windows and or Hive OS and put it in the Windows, and you know, it's just a whole bunch of work going on there. I could give her my Chia plotter, which I don't even have hard drives hooked up to it yet for that. I still have to do that. One of these days, you know, I'll start plotting some Chia, but really, is it worth it? That reminds me, before we go, we are going to check out the Chia profitabilities, which is absolutely 0. Well, for the most part, it's not really 0, but you know what I mean. Terabytes, here we go. 14 is what I might run, possibly, allegedly. And we got a monthly of $22 per month, possibly, is what we could make with 14 terabytes. Now that used to be up to like a $1,500, $2,000. Actually, it was like $70,000 like 2 months ago. So that's insane. But now if we actually go to the advanced here, it'll tell you what the network difficulty in the play actually is. So we're going to get $94 after 6 months. Yeah, I don't think so. That's not a very good idea. Now let's see here. That's for USD, custom storage. I was just saying all this. I wonder what kind of ROI based on these numbers actually is. I don't even want to know. Like, what's a hard drive? A couple $100 depending which size you get. So let's say the 14 terabytes worth of hard drives is like $300 or $400. So 6 months, that's like 2 or 3 years right there, and that's only the hard drives after 6 months. And this difficulty is, oh, I just gotta laugh at Chia. I don't know, too many people spent too much money on that. Okay, that's insane. Skabuski, thank you very much. Yeah, it's fun to half kind of, I don't even know, I'm tongue twisting myself, to kind of be back. I'm halfway back, I guess. Not even close to halfway back, but I'm a little bit back. 18 views, 18 likes. Oh, right, 18 views, 18 likes. Nice. We lost like 6 viewers, but that's okay. They had stuff to do. Some had to go to sleep, and I started talking about gaming, so they said, out of here, peace. That's okay. Okay, well, I guess we are going to wrap this up now, guys. So thank you again for showing up. Hit the subscribe button, like button, join the Discord, post your rig pics, and we'll catch you hopefully tomorrow. Rabid out.